It's an everyday commitment. So family is one of my priorities, always has been. But my wife, she's a warrior. I got a chance to catch my son. And this was the second time we did a natural home birth. So I was the doula, I was the mid-husband. I was, playing every role that you can think of just settling the place for my wife to make sure that our son came here safely. So it's a blessing.
But what was that like for you?
It's part of my genetic coding. I was made to catch my children. I didn't get a chance to catch my daughter. She was supposed to be a natural birth too, or water birth. But catching my sons, it just feels like I'm just carrying on the ancient tradition that my family passed on to me as a chief of my tribe. When you get a chance to see that process, the birthing process, there's a different appreciation for women.
So you're a dad, that's a big job for you. How much lessons did you get from him that you apply now when you look at fatherhood?
When I look at my dad, I try my best not to get as emotional because of how much we've all dealt with, and especially him, and being the leader of the household it's not easy, especially when you have to be the mom and the dad. He was both a long period of time. And some things he just couldn't understand I was going through, and some things I couldn't understand he was going through. And that right there propelled us into the best friendship and brotherhood we have today. Because if we didn't go through those things as I was younger, then we wouldn't have been able to really celebrate what's in front of us now. We've gone through some tumultuous times in the last year with my beliefs and things that I've gone against or things I've stood for. And those weren't easy conversations in our household. So we grew tremendously. We definitely get into it. Nothing's perfect. No relationship is perfect, but I love my dad with all my heart, and I wouldn't be here without him.
Those who have come before you. And there has been numerous wars that have taken place over centuries against indigenous Americans or indigenous people, black Americans, black people. And this is very sacred to us because it's a ritual, and it means different things in different households and different cultures all around the world. Sage is a global thing, you know what I mean? And for me personally, I went back to my tribe in South Dakota, reclaiming my identity, reclaiming my power, reclaiming my tribal relationships, my communal relationships, and I got my name, Ela. Ela. H-E-L-A.
What's that?
And it means little mountain in my tribe. So I have a name that was handed down to me from my great-grandfather, and it was given to me from my tribe. So that was around 2017, and I'll say this, it shook my world up because all the history was just being given to me, and then my ancestors were standing right next to me. So everywhere I go, I'm not walking alone.
So this is in South Dakota?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how do you find...
Standing Rock or McLaughlin, South Dakota, North Dakota, Arizona, a little bit up because America before it was colonized was indigenous.
So what happened, in your life that made you want to find your tribe or even think like that?
Yeah.
And then also, how do you find, when you say, I found my tribe, you know what I mean? How do you do that? They're saying ancestor.
Can I find my tribe?
Yeah,
yeah, you can. I'm gonna just say this, there are ways to reconnect to your history by just asking questions to your elders. They're walking libraries, you know what I mean? They have a lot of information and wisdom and knowledge to impart on us, but of course we're out here living fast lives, so it's hard to sit down sometimes with your grandmother, your great-grandmother, and it is, I'll say this, the phrase for 2022 on that I give to but this is a very special day simply because I get to really, really be intimate with a lot of
individuals that I haven't necessarily met face to face all of yet, but the fact that the support has been there even without necessarily knowing each other shows how special and what it means to be a native of this country and be a Native American. And for me, I had no idea. I had no idea about the history. I had no idea how inclusive this group is and what it means to be part of Standing Rock and be part of the United Sioux Nation. So I want to thank all you guys for hosting myself, my sister, my best friend Brett Carroll, my grandparents, and the fact that I get to meet my family finally. I mean, you guys have no idea. This is finally meeting my mom's family, and now I'm with you guys forever, and I hope that you don't mind that, because I don't mind it either. So.
The NBA champion was in town on the Standing Rock Reservation to receive his tribal name. When KYRIE Irving is on native ground, he will be known as Hala Little Mountain.
So in tradition, that was passed down to KYRIE.
The name comes from his grandfather.
Nobody else has that name, so it's just KYRIE.
KYRIE, along with his sister, went through a roughly 25-minute naming ceremony. KYRIE's aunt, Jewel Mountain Felix, knew KYRIE was out there, but needed assistance trying to find him.
They contact your relatives from Standing Rock. They'll help you.
With the help of the tribal council and KYRIE's agent, they were able to get in contact with KYRIE.
He'll be here Thursday, and that was only like a 5 days notice, week notice.
KYRIE's mom passed away when he was young, but her half-sister, Kelly Brinkley, is happy KYRIE and his sister came back to learn about their heritage.
They get to know a little bit about who she was, her roots. She would have been so thrilled to have them come back.
And while most people look at KYRIE and see a multi-million-dollar athlete, that is not how the Sioux tribe sees him.
He didn't have to do that, but to come back, that took a lot of guts. And I think that's like really cool as a person.
The family looks at him because he's blood.
After the ceremony, KYRIE was honored with songs, dancing, and gifts.
And now fans, please direct your attention to center court for a special opening night message from Brooklyn's KYRIE Irving.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everybody for coming in the building tonight. Appreciate you guys being a part of something special here. This is the start of it. And we want to make sure that you guys understand we cannot do this alone. We need you on every single night participating. Make sure you're included in this team. Goal of ours, going after a championship. And with all that being said, I appreciate us being able to share this floor together, all of us as brothers. But the big picture that's going on in the world is free our sister, Brittany Griner. Please, please, POTUS, do your job. Everybody do your job. Please bring our sister home. And we wouldn't be doing our jobs to the best of our ability if we didn't stand on what we believe in. So we want to thank you to the 10th season in Brooklyn. This is going to be something special.
There's KYRIE Irving and your Brooklyn Nets.
On Thursday afternoon, Brooklyn Nets guard KYRIE Irving posted a tweet and an Instagram story endorsing a 2018 film described as filled with anti-Semitic disinformation. The posts included a link to an Amazon page marketing the film. The controversy began not long before the Nets lost to the Mavericks Thursday. The tweet first caught the attention of Rolling Stone writer John Blistein, who described the film in the 2015 book on which it is based as venomously anti-Semitic, noting that the book included commentary that many famous high-ranking Jews have admitted to worship Satan or Lucifer. Specifically, Blistein writes of the film endorsed by Irving. The 2018 film was directed by Ronald Dalton Jr. and based upon his 2015 book of the same name. A description for the film states that it uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel, while a similar one for the book reads, "Since the European and Arab slave traders stepped foot into Africa, blacks have been told lies about their heritage." Both suggest Hebrews to Negroes espouse ideas in line with more extreme factions of the Black Hebrew Israelites, which have a long history of misogyny, homophobia, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and especially anti-Semitism. Hebrews to Negroes. Dalton's theories, which have been proven false. In their response to a request for comment on the Irving postings, the Nets issued a statement Friday night condemning the promotion of any form hate speech without mentioning Irving by name. The Brooklyn Nets strongly condemn and have no tolerance for the promotion of any form of hate speech. We believe that in these situations, our first action must be open, honest dialogue. We thank those, including the ADL, who have been supportive during this time. Of course, Irving has, as Blistein notes, been involved in a variety of controversies over the years, from his recent anti-vax skepticism to his curious flat earth comments a few years ago. At the beginning of October, Irving even shared an old video of Alex Jones railing against the so-called New World Order. The endorsement also comes amidst a rise in anti-Semitism across the country and the world. BSE Global, the Nets parent company,